WGN investigates the migrant crisis from different perspectives. We've reported extensively on Chicago's struggle to keep up with an influx of 15,000 asylum seekers since last year.
Well, 7 more buses are expected to arrive by the end of the day. That is the highest number in a single day. And investigative reporter Ben Bradley has been looking into how the crisis is playing out in several cities. Ben?
Ray and Micah, when Republican governors began busing asylum seekers to sanctuary cities like Chicago, the mayor and other Democrats called it an inhumane stunt. Now, more than a year later, they've had a taste of what southern border cities deal with. Today, New York's mayor said residents are tired of shouldering the burden for a nationwide crisis. And the Democratic mayor of El Paso, Texas, chartered buses to send migrants here to Chicago. Migrants so desperate to cross the border, they rode atop train cars into Texas.
Railroad operators went as far as warning us of the dangers and advised us to wait for different trains if they knew that some of them didn't have any wagons. But we were so eager to get to our destination.
El Paso's mayor saying his city is at a breaking point as nearly 2,000 migrants arrive per day. The city sent 2 buses to Chicago in recent days, the first time that's happened in nearly a year.
Every individual that boards one of those buses is going voluntarily. They sign a form stating that they're going voluntarily to the destination of their choice. No one is being forced.
El Paso's mayor not the only Democrat at wit's end. Denver has sent 7 migrant buses to Chicago since last summer. In New York, 60,000 asylum seekers are in 200 city-run shelters. Mayor Eric Adams' administration now threatening to kick out single adults without children who stayed 60 days.
As an administration, we're really, a year and a half into this crisis, really needing to take a step back and think about long-term, what does this look like? It's not abating anytime soon.
Because I believe they did not come all these thousands of miles to live in a shelter with hundreds, if not thousands of others.
Chicago has received more than 15,000 migrants since the crisis began. Just under 9,000 are in city shelters right now, while 1,600 are staying at police stations.
All we can do is respond, receive, and do our best to meet the moment.
Tent cities have popped up outside some police stations, while inside, conditions continue to deteriorate.
There's 2 things we don't control: the number of buses and the frequency of how they're coming, and what the federal government decides to do or not do to be able to manage flow. All we can do is respond.
Again this week, we pressed Mayor Brandon Johnson's administration. We wanted to know when his $29 million temporary tent facility to house, feed, and care for migrants will open and where it'll be located. Still no answers on that one. Meanwhile, Micah and Ray, the buses continue to arrive.
You have to wonder, when is Chicago's breaking point? Texas said they're at their breaking point. Yeah. New York, of course. When is our breaking point?
I think we passed it months ago, and it's just now that you're starting to hear Democratic mayors say to the federal government, say to anyone who will listen, this is unsustainable. They thought originally maybe this is going to just happen for a few weeks, a few months. It's been more than a year.
And you have to wonder where Alderman Anthony Beale and Napolitano, to bring back, rescind, I guess, the sanctuary city title that we have.
In whether or not that would make a difference, I'm not sure at this point.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Yeah.